Welcome to the Community Spotlight podcast today. We have two members of the Chamber of Commerce, or actually they're heads of the Chamber of Commerce in the big metropolis of Carey, Ohio. Name is Cassie Miller. I got your name right. I like it because it's something I can spell and I can't mess it up too badly. Welcome, Cassie.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and Sherri Wagner, you are the director at the Wyandot Chamber of Commerce in the magnificent, well, is it a village? I guess it is. Upper Sandusky. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will probably get hate mail on that. I didn't call it the right thing, but that's all right. You know how that goes in this business. Well, I want to welcome you both here to the podcast, and we've got a lot of things to get into today. And I see the first area that we want to go into is with Cassie Miller here from the Carey Chamber. You're going to talk about the solar eclipse, huh?
Yes, there is going to be a total eclipse of the sun on Monday, April 8th, 2024. It's going to start about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and end at 4 o'clock. And the thing about Wyandot County is we are in the direct line. We are going to have the longest time of darkness in Wyandot County.
Okay, well, don't leave me good lines like that. I could always say Wyandot County's always in darkness. Well, we're not. I'm being kind now. But, so that's going to be a big event. I mean,
It is going to be a big event. The state of Ohio says that if you're in the line, you're going to probably have 3 times your population. The population of Wyandot County is about 22,000 people, so we're going to have about 66,000 people they're estimating coming on that day.
Can't you picture people out there hawking T-shirts that day?
Oh yes, we actually have a website called
there you go
called WyandottCounty2024eclipse.com. And if you're in Wyandot County and you want to sell something or have an event or have food or have lodging, just let me know. It's WyandottCounty2024eclipse@gmail.com, and I will get it on the website for free.
Wow, that's a pretty good offer there.
It is.
But act now.
Act now. The more people let me know, the more robust the website is.
Well, and the closer you get to the event, which is in April 8th of 2024, then you're going to say, well, that's a long time away. Why are you talking about it now? Because you have to plan everything. Because you can't wait till April 1st and say, hey, can I get in on that now? Well, you're a little late.
Just a little bit,
Yeah.
yes. Depending on what we have, we're going to try to post what people are doing on a physical sheet because we expect the internet to go down and all mobile phones will go down that day. So have you ever been to an event with multiple thousands of people and your phone won't work? Like a football game or a baseball game?
No, there's a lot of places I'd like to go where my phone wouldn't work because I get pestered all the time. But anyhow, but that's a side note. No, but I can imagine the mayhem because there's always somebody that isn't going to get the message and they'll say, I can just picture them calling the carriers. Well, this isn't working. So.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. Possibly the whole weekend, but definitely on the Monday. Since it is on Monday, we're expecting the people to come in Friday night and stay all weekend. So we have events planned. There's a couple bars that are going to have bands that night. Our Carey Fest, which is normally in August, is going to have a party on the Monday. It's going to be really cool.
Well, they've got something now to have an event around it, and it's not like you should be hurting for consumers to come out here and take part in something like this because it doesn't happen that often.
The next one will be in 2444.
2444.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be around for that one.
I know I won't. It would be that would be pretty tough, but you never know.
You never know.
You never know, do you? Cassie, that's a good report on that. Now, so you're both kind of planning on this, right? Because this is a Wyandot County event altogether with Carey and the Wyandot Chamber. All right, now I understand you both have things. Now let's get into the now, which is we're talking December coming up here, and I know both of your chambers have things going on. Who would like to start us out telling us what's going on? How about you, Sherri? It's time for you to come up to the mic.
On December the 2nd, it's the first Saturday in December, is our Home for the Holidays event. And our title sponsor this year is Tamakti Solar. We also have event sponsors Liberty Engineer Wire and A1 Printing. We have a website called comehomefortheholidays.com, which will have all of our sponsorships and greetings from all of the businesses that participate. And it will have a schedule of the events for the day. We start off at 7 a.m. in the morning with the pancake breakfast. There's events throughout the entire day, a parade at 5, and then Santa and Mrs. Claus will be at Premier Bank for the kiddos.
Well, you got a lot of things going on.
It's a full day.
Well,
Yes.
you got a lot going on that day, and then of course you have the down at all the doings at Harrison Park down there too, with all the
The Fantasy of
Fantasy
Lights.
of Lights.
Yes.
And I've had them in and have pre-recorded them already.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so one of the big. That's been going on for years as well.
Right. A big draw to Upper Sandusky.
Yes, it is.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now what else you got there before I take it over here to Cassie?
Well, I did want to mention if we could go back to the eclipse for
Sure.
a moment.
Absolutely.
Our Think Local First Thursday will be the kickoff to that weekend. We usually do our Think Local First Thursday in May, but we're gonna bring it forward to April next year and start off the weekend with our Think Local First event.
It's too good of a tie-in to just let it lie idle like that, right?
Right, yes.
Opportunity comes, you have to seize the opportunity.
Exactly.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. All right. What about the big city of Carey? I love to call it the big city.
Sure. Christmas in Carey is Friday, December 1st.
Okay.
From 5 to 8 o'clock in downtown Carey. It is a 5-block Christmas party.
A 5-block Christmas party.
It is. We have a horse and wagon, we have a kids train, and we have a puppeteer. Plus Santa and Mrs. Claus come in on the fire engine and help light the tree at the gazebo, which the mayor, Jennifer Rathburn, is doing. And then they go down to Moreno's and they get to see usually approximately 300 children for the night in 3 hours.
That's a big event in Carey.
It is a big event. Almost all of the uptown locations are giving stuff away for the kids. Plus, it's a big shopping day for the stores that actually have merchandise and, of course, food.
Well, I tease about things, but small town America, I'm afraid for people that live in very large cities, they just don't understand quite all the charm of these various things that and in different parts of the country, it's all different. Small towns are small towns, and they find ways to celebrate all kinds of things. But I think that's wonderful.
Well, actually, Christmas in Carey was nominated in the top 6 for our parent chamber organization, NOAC. And we did not win, but we were in the top 6.
Wow.
So I was very excited that our event was considered that good.
Now, are those awards based upon the size of the communities, or is it just all the chambers?
What they did was they took the nominations and they
Okay.
sent it to different states to vote on,
Oh.
because that way it was an unbiased.
That's
So-
interesting. I kind of wondered how they would handle that, because it would.
Because they all know all of us, so yes. So they sent it out. People didn't know what they were looking at, just what they got.
That's because you have such a pristine, what I want to say, a pristine record. That's probably how they remember you, I guess.
Well, I've been doing it for 8.5 years, so
8.5
I would hope
years.
so. Yes.
Yeah, it takes time, a lot of organization, doesn't it, to make these things done.
It does, and with Carey being so small, actually Wyandot County just being small in itself, it makes it an interesting challenge to deal with everybody.
How about speaking of challenges, Chamber of Commerce, you guys folks are trying to promote business and that. How's it been? Has it been? Are times? I won't say tough, but is it a little more difficult now, or just things seem pretty steady for both you guys as far as the communities? Is new businesses coming in, or what's going on?
We do have new businesses coming into Upper Sandusky, and I think that with our Dora just passing. And I think drawing people into our unique retail and restaurants, I think that Upper will do well. I think that last year for Home for the Holidays, a family came from Columbus. They were eating at a place in Upper Sandusky, and then they got in line for the wagon rides that we had. And they said, you know, this is such a cute community and we want to come back. And so as more and more people outside of our community hear about the uniqueness of our shops and businesses, I think that will be a draw for us. So I think that's good. Yeah.
There's, I hate to use a probably misused phrase, but it's a very quaint community. When you come in there, it's kind of like, I think of, quite frankly, Mayberry. I mean, kind of this in your head, like, well, this is the way it used to be, you know. And for a lot of us, we kind of live in yesterday. You know, you like to live in memories. And, and I would say Carey would be the same way. There's people that's lived there for years, and their families have been there for years. And well, I see this look on your face.
My mom's side of the family moved to Wyandot County in the late 1700s. My dad's side of the family moved to Wyandot County in the early 1800s. So the possibility of me being related to most people in Wyandot County is very high.
She's related to everyone.
I don't know if I want to go down through the whole family tree. I think I may have.
I'm just saying, you're talking Mayberry and people stay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, yes. My parents united the whole county for me.
Well, that's good. Well, then I guess it's fitting that you're the person representing the Carey Chamber.
It is. My mom graduated in the class of '68 from Carey High School.
That's wonderful. People come back, like you say, you got ties to the community. It's a great thing, and both towns are got their own uniqueness about them, and
we're continuing to grow with the new Fortune 500 company that's going to be building in Wyandot County. That's going to bring a lot of opportunities, both to Upper and Carey. So,
well, now that you told us about the Fortune 500 company, tell us what it is, because some of them probably never got the message.
It is a soybean manufacturing company.
Okay. I mean, if you're allowed to.
I don't know what the name is. Do you know what the name is?
I don't remember what the name of it is, but they will be bringing about 100 new jobs to the community, which will be a big.
Yeah. But this is something too. I think sometimes people back in my day, people say, well, we need some place that's going to bring 400 or 500 jobs in. Folks, that's Smithsonian Institute. That's not going to happen because of technology. A lot of times you don't need that massive labor as far as a manufacturing facility anymore, because everything's computerized. It's just it's a different world. It's unrealistic, and I think some people get a little irritated at me when I say it's unrealistic, but that's the facts, and I deal in facts, and you guys do too.
Well, the fact that our unemployment is 2.2%, which is tied for the lowest in the state of Ohio, just tells you that we need to actually bring more people into the county to work these jobs.
Yes, very much so.
And then you were talking about businesses. You have a ribbon cutting on Thursday.
I do.
I had one last week. I'm talking to somebody who will probably have one next week or the week after. And we are just continuing to get more businesses in both of our cities. Yes, some move out, some do. As most businesses, there are some new ones that don't make it, but then we have the ones that have lasted for generations. So it's kind of exciting to see where everything is going. And most of our storefronts are filling up. So
well, that's good. And that's the main thing. You can kind of tell by when you go through a community, kind of how that is by just looking at those storefronts.
Right.
But anything else either one of you two would like to share about the Wyandot Chamber or the Carey Chamber before we wrap this up?
I do want to say I love working with Sherri. We've been working on projects together, and in July, for the last 2 Julys, and this coming July, we have a combined scavenger hunt that we set up, that groups of 4 in a car can go drive with the clues and figure out where they're going and learn new things about Wyandot County.
Well, see, I would be clueless, so I wouldn't help me at all to go, and I'm just teasing.
I make sure that you can Google it.
Well, I'm so clueless, I probably don't know how to Google it. But
There you go.
at any rate, I thank you both for coming over and being a
Thank
part of
you.
the podcast today. Again, I want to thank Cassie Miller from the Carey Chamber of Commerce and from the Wyandot Chamber of Commerce, Sherri Wagner, for being guests on the podcast. I wish you both the best this year and in the coming 2024. I hope the events go well. Looking forward to obviously the various Christmas events going, and then the eclipse coming. That'll be very interesting to see how that all pans out for everybody.
Well, if you read this, you'll get the idea.
All right. Well, I thank you both again for being on the podcast, and again, I wish you the very best.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.